The sun rising on the final day of the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge. Sam Sunderland with a slender advantage in the bikes. Stefan Petterhansel looking to finish the job in the cars. Stage 5 is sponsored by the Abu Dhabi Sports Council as we move away from the empty quarter and head back to the capital. With over 200 kilometres of dunes to cover, there could still be surprises in store. Just 2.5 minutes separated the top 4 bikers as they prepared for this final test. Mason Klein took victory in the Rally 2 class, finishing just outside of the top 10 overall. This was the 20-year-old's first time in Abu Dhabi, but he's a fast learner, as we saw on the Dakar, and the more he improves, the hungrier he gets. Matthias Walkner had a solid rally but lost too much time opening yesterday to have a realistic chance of defending his Abu Dhabi title. 5th place overall for the Austrian, who was 3rd quickest in this final stage. Toby Price said he had some fun here, but like his teammate Walkner, he wasn't quite consistent enough to secure a place on the final podium. 4th overall for the Australian, he will now take some time to relax before getting ready for the next outing. Pablo Quintanilla was a bit stressed this morning, starting just 23 seconds off the lead. He went for it, as ever, but setting off before Sunderland meant it was going to be tough to gain any significant time. He had to settle for 3rd place in the end, but was still super happy after a demanding rally. Ricky Brabeck also enjoyed himself this week as he returned to Abu Dhabi for the first time in several years. Apart from a small crash on day 1, the American stayed out of trouble, and an excellent final run saw him sneak ahead of his teammate Quintanilla into 2nd overall. But no question about the star man in the bikes this year. 2 months after winning the Dakar, Sam Sunderland does it again. Since changing teams, he's really stepped on the gas. The British rider celebrating his 3rd Abu Dhabi title.
Coming off of the Dakar win, it gives you a bit of confidence, but as you saw all week, the times were so close, even until the last moment. I wasn't really sure that I could get it done today, and just gave everything I had, and yeah, really happy.
Everybody on go.
Sunderland winning ahead of 2 Hondas, Brabeck and Quintanilla, with his former KTM teammates Price and Walkner in 4th and 5th. Abdulaziz Akhli defended his quads title in style, winning all 5 stages, and he said it felt much better than his victory last year. Let's take a closer look at the Emirati and hear about his unusual path into Rally Raid.
Racing with quad, it started a year ago. I was sitting at home scrolling on Instagram and I saw this guy driving a dirt bike. It was written there, Dakar. So I googled a little bit what is Dakar, and it turned out it's a rally. I went immediately to my wife and I told her I know what I'll be doing now. She's like, what are you gonna do? I'm like, I'll do the Dakar. She's like, do you even know what's the Dakar? I'm like, yeah, it's a rally. I said I will start a little bit smaller. I did the Dubai Baja 2021 on a dirt bike, not on a quad. I met some of my friends, they're all quad biker. They saw me on a bike, they're like, what are you doing with a bike? Come on a quad bike, you will never get result, the competition is too hard. So I said, okay, I'll try quad. And this year actually, it's my first year doing track racing, and I'm doing good results.
Well, some very good results indeed. Azuz beat Rafael Sonic and Manuel Andujar to win last year's Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge before dominating in 2022.
It's a step and it's a training because the track here, it's actually tougher than some tracks in the Dakar. I'm trying to improve my skills. I don't see it only as a competition. I see it also as a chance to practice, because at the end you don't get a chance every day to drive on these dunes. When you come here, you see people from different countries, you meet people from other places. And I learned a lot from them. I learned a lot from the people around me here. The way I see it, life is too short. I want to do one thing in my life, to challenge myself to the maximum. And I couldn't find any better challenge than the Dakar.
The big dogs in the cars, ready for one final spin over the sand. A broken wishbone on day one ended his chances of overall victory, but Nasser al-Attiyah bounced back brilliantly, powering to the other 4 stage wins.
I immediately remember the first stage, what happened, and a little bit disappointed, but to come back strong and to win all the 4 stages was not easy, and we did really amazing job, and our car working very well, me and Matthew. Yeah, I'm quite happy.
Well, like Nasser, Sebastian Loeb had 4 good days and 1 bad one. But the 9-time WRC champion still enjoyed testing out his ProDrive Hunter on these dunes and picking up valuable experience for the future. The Frenchman 4th overall. Jakub Brzezinski finished as the leading W2RC driver in 3rd overall, but stressed that this was a tough old rally. The poll reckons the new T1 Plus cars have an advantage over the buggies when it comes to pure pace. A brilliant effort from Martin Prokop to come 2nd. The Czech driver has been competing in his test car this week, but he still finished ahead of Brzezinski, Loeb, al-Attiyah and Yazid Al-Rajhi. He couldn't quite snaffle a 2nd Abu Dhabi title, but he will be very happy with this performance. But in all honesty, there only looked like being one winner. Stefan Petter Hansel taking his 8th crown here. Forget Mr Dakar, he's Mr Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge. The French legend also becomes the first man to win a rally in a car with an electric drivetrain on a big day for Audi.
This year is really special, I'm really proud to be the first team winner with an electric car. It's really a new generation of car, a new page of the book of Rally Red, and I'm really happy to open this new page. This is a victory with a really good car, but with a lot of experience also.
Everybody on go.
Petter Hansel bringing his prototype RSQ e-tron home in 1st place. Al-Attiyah just about sneaking into the top 5 overall. It was a stressful day for Kees Kolen, especially when he got stuck in the dunes for 20 minutes, but the Dutchman took victory in the trucks, snatching the World Championship lead from Martin Matschik. An ideal result as he prepares to go electric next year. In the lightweight prototypes, Konrad Rautenbach finished 4th overall, the man from Zimbabwe matching his result at the Dakar back in 2020. Seth Quintero said it was a rough week, and he certainly wasn't spared by mechanical gremlins, running into trouble on 3 days out of 5. The American loves the dunes, but this simply wasn't his week. He finished 3rd overall. Cristina Gutierrez really pushed today as she tried to make up the 10-minute gap to Chaleco Lopez. She got the stage win, but had to settle for 2nd overall. The Spaniard will now think about defending her title in Andalusia. Apart from a slight wobble on stage 3, Chaleco was untouchable. The Chilean picking up where he left off at the Dakar and taking victory. It's been a nice return to Abu Dhabi almost a decade after he first visited on 2 wheels. It's been a long time since I came on this rally on a bike, 10 years ago. This year I was here with Paolo Cecchi. We felt great in the car. It's a big step towards next year's Dakar. Lopez winning by a shade over 8 minutes from the Red Bull pair of Gutierrez and Quintero. Annette Fischer rounded out the top 5. Austin Jones didn't quite get the result he was hoping for in the SSVs, coming 5th, but he finished on a high note with the Stage 5 victory. For Mikhail Goksal, on the other hand, this final outing was a killer. The pole began the day within 13 seconds of second place overall, but major mechanical issues sent him tumbling down the standings. That meant Rokas Baciuszka had a much more comfortable run than he might have expected on his way to the runners-up spot. The Lithuanian is definitely a man to keep an eye on in the coming months and years. Victory went to Marek Goksal, who's led from start to finish. Mikhail's big brother gave himself an early fright, jumping over one dune, but he kept on pushing, powering his way to a well-deserved triumph. I'm very happy that we managed to get the win. I'm a bit sad for my brother, who's still fighting out on the stage. He had a good chance to get second place. My dream is still to stand on the podium with all my family. Marek Goksal taking it from Baciuszka by over 20 minutes. His brother's woes meant that another Pole, Małgorzata Golda, ended up on the podium. And so we reached the end of round 2 in the World Rally Raid Championship. Another 25 points for Sunderland in the bikes.
Just trying to take each day and each race as it comes and do my best. You know, it's a long championship and so many things can happen in our sport, so just need to try and stay calm and keep doing my best.
Sunderland and Mason Klein are dominating. Dakar winner Alexandre Giroux is still setting the pace in the quads. Meanwhile, Sebastian Loeb is the new leader in the cars.
We were 1 point behind when we came, now we are one point ahead, so it's going in a good way.
Chaleco, Jones and Colin also on top. After a gruelling week, the winners of the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge gathered at Yas Marina Circuit to celebrate their achievements. It has been another sensational edition of one of the world's toughest rallies. Thanks very much for joining us, and do tune in again in 2023.